InnerCityGeeks.net.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the InnerCityGeeks podcast. It's Steve here. This is episode 324. And joining me today, I got Brian. Welcome back.
I'm fucking back.
Yay. It's been forever, dude.
It's been
Granted,
a long
granted,
time.
yes, we talk on the regular, but
And I've probably been on the
show.
I've probably been
for a
on the
long
show
time.
like twice this year.
Yeah.
It's
It's all good, though.
all good. Can't really say what's going on. But
You don't have to say what's going on.
I mean, who am I, Alex?
Ha!
Miss you, wrestler. Miss you. But a lot of change going on.
Change is good. Change is not
good.
a bad thing, right?
The winds of change are a good thing. Yes, exactly. You know where I was going with that. All right.
Yeah.
So I needed the most I can say is I needed a me time.
Needed a reset.
I needed to plug in and just charge.
Yeah, we all need that from time to time.
And Y2J Presents, the YouTube's has been dormant for a long time, and things will be back there too. In fact, I gained a subscriber randomly today.
Yay, that's a good thing.
I know. Throwback
from out of nowhere.
Yay, toys. So primarily, I needed a mental reset.
That's fair.
The life of a media person, whether you make all the monies or you're like us and broke, you need
pretty much
mental health to just reset you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And within that, you'll find clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And I found my clarity.
Well, good.
And
I hear Clarity the cool person.
Clarity's been my best friend for the last couple of weeks now, especially last couple of weeks.
That's good.
And with a handshake deal. And Clarity refuses to use my soul for any sort of debt, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, you know, that was the other guy.
That's fair.
So within my
Mario
clarity,
says, "Yeah, buddy. What's up?
Yeah,
Mario?
buddy. So I've decided within my clarity to take on my biggest creative challenge yet.
For a quick second, I thought you were gonna say, "I have decided to take the hugest dump ever."
Well, yeah, I mean, the bathroom is literally 5 feet from where I am right now.
It's just funny because you just paused for a second. I was like, "Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it?" But no,
I've decided to take the biggest shit of my entire life live tonight on my triumphant return.
Plop.
If you hear the toilet flushing, no, I've decided to take on my biggest creative challenge to date. As you guys know, I write a bunch of shit at random.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times when I'm drunk at 2 a.m.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's
the perfect time to write something.
I mean, most authors are constantly blitzed when they write. No.
Yeah, they're also semi-psychotic too. So
Well, I am a Gemini. You do know that.
Yeah, I know, I know, I know.
I'm gonna. One of my biggest ideas is to start an OnlyFans page where I only post pictures of fans.
Yeah, yeah, that's only right.
Those old school box window fans,
Hell yeah. The little hand fans and
the
shit.
little hand fans,
Yeah.
fans of our show.
The fans that go around your neck and just blow into your face all the time.
Exactly. So it's gonna be an OnlyFans page, so you're gonna be really fucking disappointed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, unless you have a fetish for that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. I missed this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in rare form right now.
It's all good,
Um,
dude.
it's
It's
all
all
good.
good.
It's called clarity.
Exactly.
It's called clarity.
That's the episode title. Clarity.
Clarity by
Yeah.
Ralph Lauren.
I don't know about that much.
Oh, Tommy
Well, well,
Hilfiger.
uh,
Clarity. Clarity by Calvin Klein. Yes. So anyway, so my big creative challenge today was inspired by my kids.
that's fair. That's a good inspiration. Yeah, and Mario continued to say that
Alan Moore,
Alan Moore
Frank Miller.
and Frank Miller, they were quite psychotic indeed.
They were. Um, biggest creative challenge to date is that me being a writer, I'm going to write and hopefully get it
Clarity by
published.
vodka. I love it.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Clarity
It's
by
actually
vodka. It's the best.
well, he's close. Clarity by gin. Um, so
Clarity
biggest
on the
creative
chin.
challenge. Yeah, yeah, clarity on the chin.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
biggest creative challenge to date is that I'm planning on writing and hopefully get it published, but a children's bedtime book.
Oh yeah, dude.
They don't have to be long. Pick up any kid's book. They're like 8 pages, 20
Yeah, I was
sentences
just
of
I was
your.
just about to say that they could literally be like 20 sentences spread out amongst like 10 pages
You could literally have,
just with illustrations and shit.
yeah, like think about it. Just like children's go play alphabet songs,
Mm-hmm.
then they take a bath, and that's your whole book.
Yeah.
But yes, um, inspired by my kids, there will
It's
be a
nice.
children's bedtime book story
Hell yeah, dude.
coming eventually soon.
Good.
I don't care if only my daughters get to read it. It is something that I plan on doing.
You can like self-publish it too. You could put it out there,
I
and you can
can.
you could also always, so that's like put it on either you could put it on Amazon, but you could also what is it, just have it printed for yourself.
Yeah. Um.
That is a thing. People do that shit all the time.
So at some point within the next year, there will be words on a page, and we don't
With
know what's
with
gonna
with
happen.
with with drawings.
And
Gotta
luckily, I have
have
people.
you gotta have drawings.
Luckily, I'm friend. I it's one of these things where like I meet people and they become part of my journey for reasons, right?
I feel that.
Hence this,
Yeah.
which opened up doors to other things. And one of my friend's wives is actually an artist, and it's one of those things where I met him because I literally just had an extra chair at a toy fair a couple of years ago.
Nice.
And I told him the thing. He's like, my wife's an artist, right? I'm like, I did not. Let's talk. I didn't play Robot Man as a security guard, hence why we're friends, and also why I still know friends at the publishing company that was there.
Yeah.
So, um, so that is my biggest thing. Um, but that all came about because of clarity.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a great thing, dude. That's a great
It's a
thing.
great, yeah. So on top of all that, I mean, obviously not going to get into everything I've watched in 6 months, but
It's been
more
a lot of shit,
recent,
obviously.
but a lot of shit. In more recent times, uh, so finished The Last of Us. I don't know if that's when I was last on.
I believe so. I think it's been that
Probably.
long. I think it was what, like December something that you were on last time.
I don't remember, but Last of Us was literally shot for shot game to film adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Pedro Pascal trying to save a child.
Mm-hmm.
Mandalorian, the season was weird.
Yeah,
The
this wasn't the
finale,
best of seasons.
the
This was
finale was
the low point of the seasons that
yeah,
we've
but
had
the
for Mandalorian so far.
finale was great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than that, let's see. Um,
What we got out of Mando was essentially what I like to call a shit sandwich. You got all the good shit from good stuff,
mhm.
bookending bookending the story, and then everything else, all the filler is just shit.
Right.
Um,
It was
yeah,
complete bookends. Um,
yeah.
uh, so
Good job, Mario. Good
good.
job.
Yeah. Clarity by Jim Beam. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. That's a
Um,
good one. I like that.
I mean, if you want to get into statistics,
We don't
or
have to
not,
get into statistics. We're good.
I mean, Jim Beam is also Centauri, which we won't get into the retail
Yeah,
stat
we don't
there.
have to we don't have to take a deep dive yet.
No, 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 no.
No, no.
This is not a deep dive channel.
No.
Um,
Well, we can deep dive into things, certain things, but
yeah, just not who owns what company and yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so watch all that, right? I'm caught up on Barry.
Okay.
I'm caught up on. I mean, is it like a requel or a season two? But
Oh look, Alex
when
is in
you
the chat.
oh shit, uh, last
He
year,
currently made it to Virginia safely. Good
yay,
job. I'm glad you made it safely, dude.
he's in that Virgin right now.
He's in the state of vagina.
He's in the state of Virgin safely, yes. So last year you brought up a series or docu series or no or
Hmm.
limited series, yeah, limited series
Yes. Hmm.
based on real life
Oh,
called
Candy.
Can
Yes.
yeah Candy with Jessica Biel, Melanie
Hmm.
Linsky,
Hmm.
um, fucking Liev Shriver's younger brother,
Hmm.
um, uh, and it was like what 6 episodes? Vagina by Jim Beam. Okay, that my friend is the
That is
episode
great.
title.
That is great, dude. I love it. I love it.
Um, so you had me watch Candy because it
Yes.
sounded really good.
Yes.
And when the trailer came out for Love and Death, I was like, why are they revisiting something I literally just watched?
Yeah.
Which apparently Love and Death was being filmed prior to Candy being released. So that actually was supposed to have come out
Oh, that
first.
was supposed to come. Okay. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah.
But I also want to know what's all like the love now about Candy Montgomery 43 years later. But what's crazy is the fact that how different the two series are.
Okay.
Because Hulu has Hulu money, but HBO has that HBO money. If you know what I
HBO
mean.
has the Warner's money.
Yeah, you know who has what budget.
Hmm.
With Candy with Jessica Biel was fantastic.
And it was a
Um,
concise story too.
yeah.
They pretty much like they went straight to the point. Like, oh yeah, this, and this.
Now, Love and Death does the same thing, but they bring out more detail.
Okay.
Really hard to explain, but trust me, it's a completely different show.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
now in this one, it's uh Elizabeth Montgomery. Sorry, Elizabeth Olsen as Candy Montgomery, right?
Okay. Okay.
And
It's a
she
good. That's a
plays
good
that.
mashup of the name.
Yeah, she plays that bubbly, Candy style housewife as Candy
Hmm.
was. And I realized when I said Elizabeth Montgomery, I was like, it sort of fits because Candy killed her neighbor with an axe, but former actress Elizabeth Montgomery played Lizzie Borden, who did the same thing to her real life family. So therefore, it
Yeah.
works out.
Yeah.
Um, you know. But anyway, so with Vagina Veal, wow.
Oh
Oh man.
god.
So with Love and Death, Elizabeth Olsen plays Candy. Her
Okay.
husband is played by um, Patrick Fugit, who was the kid from Almost Famous.
Hmm.
Um, uh, the neighbor who she killed is played by Lily Rabe, who we all know from American Horror Story,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and her husband is played by fucking off-brand Matt Damon, better known as fucking Todd from Breaking Bad.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. 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 I know that guy.
Kristen Dunst's husband.
I didn't know that, but okay.
Yeah, well, wow, I'm blanking on his name right now, but
I know. I know who you're talking about.
yeah,
He literally looks
uh,
like like
he looks like Matt
Matt
Damon.
Damon, but
He looks
like
like Matt Damon
a dollar store Matt Damon.
when you order when you order Matt Damon off Wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looks like the puppet version of Matt Damon from
From
Team
Team America. That's
America.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
Um,
Matt
yeah,
Damon. Yeah.
but and
It's fun.
so he played the he's the husband, the woman. Um, uh, Tom Pelfrey plays the lawyer who gets her off.
Okay. Okay.
So, I mean, Tom Pelfrey has only been in a few things that we've seen him in, at least that I've seen him in. Iron Fist. He was the lawyer.
Okay.
He was the dickhead, cokehead brother.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And now he's
Now that I think about it,
now
yeah.
he's and now he's Mr. Kaylee Coco.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's in it. He's fantastic in this. It's in the outer range with Josh Brolin on Prime. Which I gotta get back into. Um, so yeah, so
So good show so
watching
far.
good show so far.
Okay.
So uh, I'll wrap up in a sec. But other things I've watched today, I watched Missing with Storm Reed,
Yes.
Nia Long, which
That movie is fantastic, dude.
it was fucking great.
For those
That
that haven't
girl,
watched it, go check that out.
that girl
It's about her character basically trying to find her mom that disappeared when
Miss
she was going on a trip
Columbia,
to Colombia with her new boyfriend.
played by what the fuck's his name? But
Kenyon or Ken something?
but like I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's great. He's a good dude. Well, not in the
Um,
movie. He's not a good dude in the movie, but
no, not in um, and after that, right before we started recording, I finally got around to watching Murder Mystery 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot that that was happening.
It's fun. It's stupid. It's just as shitty as the first one, but in all the ways that you love it.
Oh, so the guy we're looking for is Ken Luang or
Yes.
Ken L E
I know
U Leung Lung Ken Lung.
I know him from the first Saw movie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was Danny Glover's partner. Um so
He was also an
aside from
old.
those, what's that?
He was also an old.
Oh, for a sec, you broke
That
up
was
for
an
a second. I
awesome
thought
movie.
you were calling me. I thought you were calling me old. I was like, "Fuck you."
Well,
Uh,
I've called you that to your face, so like it's okay.
you have, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Um. Uh. So aside from that, I last night I watched The Mother with Jennifer Lopez. It was essentially enough part two.
okay, okay. Pretty
Um.
much all of her movies that's been at as of late, other than like the stripper movie.
It's primarily her version of Taken, where no matter what, it's the next movie in the franchise.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Um. And then one of the greatest movies I've watched in recent times, and this was just this past week, uh,
Hmm.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Wasn't it fantastic?
This, to me, was James Gunn's masterpiece. He's had great.
If you really think about it, that was like his swan song, dude.
This, to me, how he directed and also wrote the story to this was his version of Nolan's Dark Knight.
I kind of see that.
I mean,
Uh,
all the movies Nolan has done has been good, but The Dark Knight holds something special. This was James Gunn's masterpiece. Like everything about this movie was just fucking great.
yeah,
Um
I agree.
and dude played High Evolutionary, which we've seen in Peacemaker.
Hmm.
I mean,
He's fucking fantastic. He's a good
he was
actor.
fan- I was afraid of Jonathan Majors Kang, uh, those the who should not be named even in Loki,
Hmm.
but this dude was more frightening as a
Yeah,
villain.
yeah.
Um, I really did like the cloned version of Planet Earth
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
where he was the statue
Hmm.
and all the housing was like 1980s housing.
Yeah.
Um, and now so spoilers because I don't care and the movie's been out for a week, but
It's been out for a
um,
couple weeks already, not
a
just a
couple of
week.
weeks,
It's been out
yeah.
a couple weeks.
So spoilers. Uh, Post credit scene of Quill and his grandfather, the newspaper saying Kevin Bacon talks about his alien abduction. For those who haven't seen the holiday special, get on that. Um,
It's a
but
fun little special. It's
it's a
definitely
fun
worth
little special,
watching.
and it really does tie in perfect to the films.
Hmm.
Um, but the fact that we got the card up saying the legendary Star Lord will return,
Hmm.
I'm happy that uh, Chris Pratt wants more Marvel money.
I don't necessarily think it's him wanting more Marvel, but I think it's like Marvel wanting him to do more shit.
But yeah, I guess. But also considering how much fun he has playing the character,
Oh yeah, he's a great character.
and knowing that the possibility of him doing solo Star Lord shit,
See, okay,
like,
see, with that, I don't think that's where they're going with that. I think it's more like we're gonna see him again. We'll see him doing other random things throughout the MCU
so you don't think they're gonna have him like pop up and do like a Kitty Pryde story arc?
within something else. Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think they're gonna be going like, oh yeah, let's just do a whole movie just for him. I think what we're gonna see, well, we'll see him teaming up with somebody else, teaming up with Avengers again, or showing up and doing something else within the MCU. So as like he'll be like, oh yeah, look, it's the Fantastic Four. They're there, and let me go hang out with them. Or oh look, it's Blade. He's a vampire. That's fucking weird. I'm gonna go hang out with him, see what the fuck that shit is about. Do random things I can see him doing from now on. I don't necessarily think they're going to give him a whole movie as of yet, even though he
okay,
does have things that could possibly grow into different things.
okay.
But like I said, I don't expect him to actually be like, oh, like heading his own movie by himself.
Um,
And as Mario says, and oh no, as Alex said, in Deadpool 3, he can show up in Deadpool 3 for all we know.
Probably no. Um, and also, knowing that young Guardians can be a thing, and also that uh, fucking this dude playing Adam Warlock only had one film so far. He can be in 3 to 6 or 9 films, like we've seen
Yeah,
other contracts. And also, like, I walked out of that movie going, I want not just Peter Quill stories, but I want Rocket and Groot stories.
yeah, the Rocket and Groot story would be dope.
Because, I mean, obviously they're not going to do it this way, but one of my favorite comics of Rocket and Groot to date um, was when Rocket says to Groot, "You tell the story," and every single panel is "I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot,"
Nice.
until the last page. The last page, Rocket says to these group of like youngsters, "Did you get all that?" And all these like youngsters are like kind of like, "No," except for one who looks just like Groot with a fucking smile in his face.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
I mean, it's literally like, well, what's a comic now? Like 10 pages, but like for like $18. But
Like
like,
about 15 pages or so, yeah.
yeah, but so 15 pages is about $10. Um, but like, it's literally a 10 page story of Groot telling the story, and every single bubble, I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot, and it's great.
But does it have like different panels with it as far as artwork and stuff
Well,
or
the artwork is showing you exactly what went down.
okay, okay. So it's not just him just spewing I am Groot for like
Right. So
4 or 5 bubbles and that's it.
right.
Okay,
So
that's fair.
every
I'll take it.
yeah. So every bubble's I am Groot, but every panel is showing you and showing us. We understand what took place.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So obviously we're not going to get Rocket and Groot. You tell it sort of thing, because that would just be Vin Diesel's hitting the button. I am Groot. I am Groot. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or he better not hit the wrong button and here's, I am Groot, but it's here. Family, family, family.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
Uh
much.
this motherfucker, and good on him because he has 2 major movies out right now.
Alex says, give him the Eisner.
Pretty
Give that
much.
issue the Eisner. Yep.
And then I guess the last thing I watched, which I thought was insanely good, Actually, I sorry, two more. One was A Man Called Otto with Tom Hanks.
Okay, yeah, I heard it was good. Really
The
have
trailer, the
no
trailers,
warnings. Okay, it's
the trailers versus the movie. All right. So the movie shows you a lot more than the trailers actually let on. It's definitely worth watching.
okay.
And then the last thing
Wait, what is
I
it about though?
watched. So Otto is trying to be with his deceased wife.
Okay,
So every time he tries to kill himself, something happens which doesn't let him. And
okay,
you see,
okay.
he becomes he starts off as Clint Eastwood, get off my lawn, to being a humble man,
Okay,
and it was actually really good.
okay. I think I'll check it out eventually.
It's worth it. And then lastly, one of the this documentary actually made me cry with how good it was, and how sad it was. I watched Still, the Michael J. Fox story.
Okay, see, I want to watch it, but I don't want to. I don't want to cry, dude. I don't. Yeah,
Um,
that shit'll make me
I,
sad, dude. That's a bummer, shit, dude.
I've been a fan of his for forever,
Oh, so have I. So have I.
but seeing him vulnerable but still loving life, no matter the disease, he loves life,
And
and
rightfully so.
his drive to continuously be him despite everything. It, you just want to say to him, "You, sir, are a beautiful man." Like he's just a good guy that got served the wrong fucking shit. You know,
Yeah.
um, and it was like an hour and a half. I didn't know that he ad libbed the middle initial to his name on Family Ties. So like when he picked up the phone, instead of going just Alex Keaton, he went Alex P. Keaton, and that became a thing.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Um, One of my favorite bits out of this was that um, Brendan Tartikoff, who was the showrunner for NBC at the time in the 80s,
Hmm.
said, I don't want him as Alex Keaton. His face will never be on a lunchbox.
Wow.
And within the same interview, um, they had this old school interview with Tartikoff. And in this interview, he was like, about a year after he was cast as Alex Keaton, he sends me this, and it's a lunchbox with his face on it, with the personalized saying to Brandon, hugs and kisses, XOXO, Michael.
Nice. It's like a
That
big
was
fuck
dope.
you, dude. It's like a big fuck you. You suck,
Pretty
asshole.
much.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a
So
good one.
yeah.
I like it.
Um yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got from what I can remember.
Nice. Nice. That's good. That's good. That's cool.
That's about a third of our show right there.
No, that's perfectly understandable. That's perfectly understandable. Yeah.
I'm back, everybody.
Yay.
Yay.
As for me, like what I've been doing, but I think I'm watching a shit ton of movies, obviously. But the I guess one of the standouts for the horror 365 horror challenge is that this one movie that I watched. It's a Japanese flick called Project Wolf Hunting, and it's about these prisoners that get they're being transported from Japan to uh, Korea, because they've done some real fucked up shit. So they're gonna send them over there, and shit ensues on this fucking boat. Um, it turns out that there's somebody that's been experimented on, who was on in a coma and was experimented on, and comes back to life. Also, these prisoners um, pretty much escape while they're on like in on international waters. They kill everybody pretty much, like all the wardens and everything that's there, and then they have to deal with this this corpse. It's insanely good. I loved it. Very fun. Very gruesome.
You are way ahead of your challenge.
Oh, I absolutely, absolutely. I'm at 187, um, making it literally more than halfway through the challenge, and I love it because good shit. Like, yes, there's been some shit movies in between.
But like, you, you where do you find the time?
When I'm not doing anything, like days like today, obviously, yeah, I was doing a bunch of shit today, but like Saturday, like Sundays, I don't usually do much, or like days that I'm not really doing anything. Like, yeah, I go to the gym, I'll come back, and if I'm just not watching anything, I mean, okay, I'll just put on a movie, and I'll watch it.
So it's like, oh, today I'm gonna run the treadmill for 90 minutes. There's a movie.
No, 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 because I actually listen to music while I'm doing that. Like when I'm at the gym, I listen to music. I don't watch anything else. Like I'm focusing on my workout.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I'll listen to like every day if I'm not with a trainer also like I'll post on my Twitter like I'll basically be like okay yeah this is what drove me to actually do my workout today and I'll put that up like okay this is what I was doing.
And
Listen to this
what?
album and do it get my workout on.
So what's your music of choice when you're at the gym?
Oh,
For
obviously the heavy shit.
for me, it used. I'm now, mind you, I haven't gone to a gym since pre-COVID. Um, but for me, it used to be like some Eminem, some metal. It depended on the mood, depending on what I was lifting. So what's
That's
your
understandable. Okay, so I usually go for the heavy. And what I also try to do, I try to go for a different album every single time. So there could be albums that I've heard before, or brand new albums. Like this past week, I listened to the new Devil Driver album, which is fucking fantastic.
hmm,
The Amity Affliction was another great album that I listened to this week as well. Um, both of those were in my workout repertoire for the week.
okay?
Um, so yeah, it's good shit. Like that's what gets me going at the gym. It's like the heavy shit that'll keep me moving, keep me like I'm like it's like my montage. It's a montage of me fucking working out the shit to heavy shit,
Nice.
and I enjoy it,
Uh,
dude. It makes me happy.
See, because right now, albums on my list, Metallica's 72 Seasons has been
This
one
is
of
a
their.
great album.
It fits in between Black Album and then Load and Reload with their style, their play, their no bullshit.
Hmm.
Um, After that, other things I played, obviously Guardians, Awesome Mix Volume 3, which is nice to see music in the early 2000s because now that
Hmm.
Quill has a Zune, which was the for people listening that don't know what the fuck a Zune is, it was the Windows equivalent to an iPod.
Yeah, but it was great
And,
though.
and
I still have mine. I
you
don't
have a
use it
Zune.
obviously, but I still have. Yeah.
Fuck. Um. So, um, Awesome Mix Volume 3, dope as fuck. It it's sort of just like all the other two Awesome Mixes. It's like a throw together album,
Hmm.
but it's literally a playlist that choreographs the movie. And one of the best tracks on that album, in my opinion, and something I really didn't visit or a lot back in the time. Two tracks actually. One is Space Hogs in the Meantime, which has sort of become my anthem. In fact, I must have played it on repeat about 3 times, pumping myself up for this return. And Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine. That's a great fucking track.
Okay.
Um, but then we'll save the best album for last, and this ties into your last night. Ed Sheeran's Subtract.
Okay. That's fair.
That album pretty much sums up my entire last half the year.
That's fair.
So
It's
how's
understandable.
so back to how's it working at?
Yeah, so yesterday I also worked. Uh I worked at the stadium. Yesterday, today we're recording on Sunday, but yesterday I worked the Ed Sheeran concert at Raymond James. And it was a fantastic fucking show.
You know,
I
he's
Huh?
only 32. He's only
Yeah,
32.
yeah, dude. He's young as fuck, dude.
He's young as fuck and so brilliant.
Okay. Let's I'm gonna say this, like, I've heard his music. I've heard a lot of his music because, granted, a lot of it is like it's popular. It's in pop culture. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And I know of the dude because he's obviously in fucking like, and he shows up on TV shows. He shows up in random things. He was in Game of Thrones in an episode or two or whatever.
His
Um,
track, and I've told you before, Thinking Out Loud was my wedding song with Meg.
yeah,
Yeah. She introduced me to his music, and I'm forever grateful because he's so fucking good. But go on.
yeah. So I got to the stadium. We were basically there from like 1:30. Show doesn't start till like, well, show gates don't open until 4:30, and then show starts at 6 or whatever. Between 4 o'clock and 6, it starts pouring rain. So we had to evacuate the stadium because, of course, it was pouring, but um, on top of it pouring, there were also thunder and lightning. So, being that there is a weather advisory for thunder and lightning, and it's not a closed off dome like stadium, we have
Right.
to evacuate everybody just in case shit comes down anywhere
It,
close
it,
to the stadium.
it's primarily, and I've experienced this. It's primarily the second a venue hears thunder, they predict, and obviously lightning to follow.
Mm-hmm.
In
Mm-hmm.
an outdoor space, it's
Yep.
because the equipment, God forbid, it gets struck. Yada yada yada.
Yeah. Yeah. Not even just the equipment getting struck. It's just, what if people within the stands get struck, or random shit possibly could possibly happen, causing any type of issue. You
Right.
want to avoid anything like that.
Because, and I've told you this in the past, my first ever concert security gig was Black Eyed Peas at Central Park,
Mm-hmm.
and it was hours of waiting in the dead heat, and then hey, rain, hey, thunder, hey, lightning. Okay, show canceled.
Yeah.
A 10-hour day or longer, and it's like, oh, yep, no,
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. So
thanks.
things
Yeah,
after like about a good 35 minutes of rain, they pretty much were like, okay, this thunder is not coming anywhere near us. Let everybody into the stadium or whatever. So we start getting everybody in. While it's still raining though, but just like like a light drizzle or whatever, and then it starts pouring even harder again after everybody's back in. But everybody at this point, because they didn't say anything about, there being thunder or anything nearby anymore, so we're like, fuck it, we're just gonna stand around. So my feet got completely fucking soaked, which I fucking hate. I had a poncho with me because I'm always prepared. Like Scar always told me, be prepared. I do it.
right.
So uh I'm in there basically checking out everything that's happening, making sure everybody's cool. People started running into the, I was like, yo, like, stop fucking running, you're gonna bust your ass, because the floor, because I was working the floor, or technically the field, um, and had to basically, the field was covered with, the plastic coverings or whatever, so that way people can walk on the along the field and not have to worry about messing up the field for the players later on this year whenever the season starts again. So we basically, everybody starts running in because of course they already had a good spot, and I was like, "Yo, stop running because you're gonna bust your ass." And they just kept running. They didn't care, but whatever. Luckily, nobody got hurt, which is fair. Okay, cool. So the opener starts. The opener is Dylan, who is a female singer, a female artist from the UK. She's
Okay.
fucking fantastic. She's fucking fantastic. She's really damn good. But of course, because of the fact that it was raining as hard as it was, she had some technical difficulties.
Right.
So she basically had to get off stage. She started like riling up the crowd from outside, like from like around the barricade, like so like where I was standing, because I usually stand by the barricade. So she was walking around the barricade, basically saying what's up to everybody in the crowd and everything. And then she went back on stage. She went once she went back on. She did a Paradise City cover, fucking fantastic. And then she was just really damn good. She did like obviously she's poppy, of course, because of course it's Ed Sheeran. He's a pop singer essentially. Um, but she did really damn good. I was really surprised. I was like, oh, like she's great. Turns out she used to live like down the block from fucking Ed Sheeran years ago.
No
This
shit.
girl's this girl's only like 22, 23 or something like that. But she's really damn good. She's on her way to have a really good career. Um
Good.
then the next dude that was opening up for him was Khalid. Um Absolutely fantastic. I've heard a lot of his songs before. But he just sounds so much better live. I was like,
There's a
holy
lot.
shit.
There's a lot of musicians like that,
Yeah.
but that's
He-
dope.
yeah. He had a whole band with him. Usually when you hear it on the radio, you're like, oh yeah, it's just, it's all, synth or whatever. It's all stuff that's, done on the computer and shit. No, he had a whole band. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, that's not bad. It's not bad. He's really damn good. He's very energetic on stage too. I was like, okay. Granted, it is not like something that's supposed to be energetic, but it's like a lot of his songs make you move, gives you some type of elements of like emotion while you're going through it and shit. Real good
Okay.
stuff. Definitely check out Khalid. He's really damn good. Definitely recommend. Um, and then just before Ed Sheeran came out, uh, they drop because the way the stage was set up, it was basically like a 360 in the middle of the field.
Mm.
So you have a 360 little thing in the middle of the field, the stage, a circular stage, and it's literally sitting in the middle of the field. And they had this huge halo above it. So it came down just before he came onto the stage because they had to essentially clear out the entire stage and make it look the way it should when he came up to the stage, because they had a bunch of tarps and everything on there uh, to basically protect it for other people to come up when the for the openers essentially.
Right.
Um, they cleared that out for like 20 minutes or so. Uh, One thing that I didn't mention is that they had different like pillars throughout the stadium, throughout the field, basically where the artists were playing, his band essentially that he brought along with him. So he had the drummers on one side, the guitarist on another side, the keyboardist on the other side, and somebody else on the other. Like four different pillars with all the artists or whatever that are going to be joining him throughout the show.
Sorry to cut off. Sorry to interrupt, but I wonder if that's because he's had only 4 albums. Which
Mm,
the
not
reason why,
really.
but the reason why I say there's only four. So this is Subtract, his new album. He's had
Hmm.
Plus. He's had Divide.
This
He's had
this this album
Positive.
this tour is
Is this a
called, no, it's called the mathematics tour. So it's basically a conglomeration of all the albums and his
Okay.
collaborations too.
Got it. Okay. Go on.
Um, so he comes on stage. The thing goes up. Oh, and the stage hands told us beforehand, like, you'll be careful when this thing is coming down because it's 48 tons of this huge fucking thing that's above the
Jesus Christ.
stadium.
But so it's light basically.
Yeah,
Yeah. Only
it's
48 tons. If it was
only
49, it
48
might have been a
tons.
little heavy.
Right, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
And to think this went up and down, like it basically had the mechanics to pull it all the way up and bring it back down. Absolutely insane. And to think they do this every single show that they go to. So like every week they're putting up this whole entire set. Pretty bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Um so yeah, he comes on stage, he starts he starts singing a song or whatever. He starts singing with Tide, which is a great fucking song.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pretty much goes to the crowd. He's like, "Listen, like, uh, I don't I don't usually bring a band with me because I do a lot of shit myself." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "Yo, like, yeah, I brought the band with me today because there's gonna be some other things that I don't usually do in concert, and they're also gonna be talking about the stuff that I do with collaborations and stuff." And he pretty much was like, "Yo, like this is how I do my music. There's no lip syncing. There's no tracks or anything. I'm doing it all right here." He goes on the stage. He comes out with his guitar. He has a keyboard there, and he also has a loop pedal. And he's like, "Yo, this is how I do it, and I'm gonna be doing this a lot throughout the entire show." And he starts doing the whole loop thing, and I was like, "Okay." And then it turns out to a fucking song that you hear on the radio. It's like, "Yo, this dude is great. He doesn't need a band.
Mm-hmm.
He does not need a band at all." And I was like, "Fucking a." And then
Actually,
he
yeah.
he starts he starts he starts playing. I was like, "Oh shit, okay,
I
it's really
pulled up
damn
your
good."
sets from last night and holy shit. But go on. Continue your story.
Yeah. So he performed 26 songs. Uh, one of them included a song with a violinist out of nowhere. She came back. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's something about fiddles or whatever." Um, she comes out from underneath the stage because uh they roll her in out of nowhere. Oh
Oh,
no,
wow.
no. Yeah, it's so random because they had stairs for beforehand. So like the earlier people had to go upstairs and stuff. But when he came out, they took down the stairs so that way people weren't harassing him when he was coming over to the stage. They brought him over in a box, like a gearbox meant for
Okay.
him, basically bringing him over to the stage. Pretty fucking genius, obviously. But
Mm-hmm.
he came through with that. Then Khaled came through that. Khalid came out through that as well. To the stage when he came and he did a cameo on one of his songs with him.
Beautiful people.
Yeah,
I got the set list up right
yeah.
now.
It was fucking fantastic, dude. I'm saying, like, it was really damn good.
Um.
Like, I was jamming throughout the entire night.
Uh. He's playing at MetLife
I think next week, yeah.
on about 2 weeks
See
from
the
now.
next week of the
Well,
next, yeah, yeah.
it's like June 11, which is my brother's anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, my mom was telling me about this earlier. I'm like, I want to go, but I
It's
can't
definitely
afford.
worth it.
But
It's
like, I can't
definitely worth it.
afford it right now.
Oh no, I get it. It's understandable, but it's a fantastic fucking show.
And I watched a thing last night on YouTube's. It was Ed Sheeran answering questions asked to him 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and like to see like he'd have like a different reply, and more or less he's the same person 10 years later, just more mature.
Yeah.
Um, so so with Ed Sheeran, right? So Megan and I, we used "Thinking Out Loud" as our song, and that was our song of our life. That was our song of our wedding. And then the next album he had Perfect, and that's basically my brother and his wife.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I still remember at my brother's wedding, Thinking Out Loud played, and it's this one picture that was captured of me basically taking Megan and kissing her like in that old school, like old timey, sort of like the 42nd Street
Mm-hmm.
sailor pick, right?
Yeah.
Um, um, so again, she got me into Ed Sheeran. But then this album, the Subtract, has just been insanely good, and it's pretty much defined my last half a year. And one of the greatest songs on the album, which I'm surprised he didn't play on your night, was "Life Goes On,"
Right.
which he wrote because last year he lost his best friend.
Oh, he did play. He did play that one.
It wasn't on the
No, he
why is that?
played that one.
Let's see. Full band, Tides and Blow, solo I'm a Mess, Shivers, the A Team, Castle on the Hill, which is also really good. Don't, Eyes Closed, Give Me Love, Boat, Own It, Beautiful People, End of Youth, Curtains, Overpass Graffiti, Galloway Girl, Thinking Out Loud, Love Yourself, Sing Perfect, Photograph, Bloodstream, Afterglow. No, not on this list, unless
Yeah, no.
people didn't
Well,
capture it.
they probably didn't capture it, but yeah, he did sing that one. Because
So,
he the reason I know is because he before that was there, like I created this song like a year ago, whatever. Basically, because a friend of mine passed away, and every time I think about him, I didn't know I didn't know he died until like about a month later, whatever. And he was like, yo, like I every time I go out, I think I'm gonna see him somewhere,
and
and
it's
that was the song that he had made for him.
it's honestly such a beautiful song.
It is.
Um, and what's crazy about this album is that he lost his best friend. At the same time, he found he was going to be a dad, but at the same time, his wife had cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And just if you listen to the album straight through, it's literally a story.
Yeah.
And it's there's a documentary on Disney I got to watch about it, but
Yeah, it's funny. Charlie was telling me about that the other day too, and I was like, I didn't even know he had a documentary.
my mom actually watched it recently, and she said to me, she's like, you being an Ed Sheeran fan, you need to sit down and watch this. Which is crazy because I'm always the one giving her things to watch. Such, we'll call it back, 20 minutes back, but Love and Death. I was home watching it. She had missed the first episode, but the second episode played. This was this was Wednesday last week. Um, and I'm like, before the second episode played, I made some lunch, and she came back and she's like, "What are you watching?" And normally, like, I give her time to be her, and I get my own time. But I was like, "Well, right now I'm watching this," and I introduced her to the Candy Montgomery story, and she was so hooked on it to the point where yesterday I was out. I had my own stuff to do. Um, and she said to me, she's like, "I watched the episode. Have you watched it yet?" I'm like, "Not yet." So it's interesting that like I'm normally the one that gives her stuff to watch, and then she with Ed Sheeran stuff even earlier today was like, "Did you watch the Ed Sheeran documentary?" I'm like, "No." But no, I'm ecstatic that you had such a great time.
Yeah, I did. I had a really good time. And then,
You,
because what I also enjoy, like I love seeing people perform because it basically shows that they have that passion for it.
Yeah,
But
for
also,
sure.
but not just that, not just that, but also like feeding off of the energy of the people in the crowd, the fans that are there, that like have loved this music for so long, or for whatever amount of time this art has been around.
You can see which crowd members are just there versus the ones that are into the artist.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, you pretty much picked that up for the first gig,
Yeah.
but like now you're doing this for say a year at least, right?
No, I've been doing this for like about 4 years.
Wow, four
Yeah,
years.
yeah, it's fun.
Wait,
It
four,
started out. It started out with just the football games.
that's right. Fuck.
Yeah,
And now you're going to like a Taylor Swift boot camp.
yeah, yeah. That's exactly what it was.
What, dude? When you told me last time, it was like, like her show is like these 3 days, but you had to do like this fucking
But
training.
the funny thing is the training wasn't anything really special. It was pretty much the same shit that they usually tell us, but it's whatever.
Yeah,
It's
so
extra hours. I got paid for it.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
but primarily it's like, yeah, primarily it's like, oh hey, yeah, this is what you got to do just in case Taylor performs in pouring rain and doesn't want to leave the stage.
right. Yeah, no, she
Which
would
I,
have
you
to
know,
leave stage.
but you know what? Kudos to her though, because there was a show recently she did in Texas
Hmm.
where it was fucking like heavy duty rain, and she did not leave and sang every fucking song.
Nice.
And I'm like, you know what? All right, you're not some pop glam
No,
chick.
she's not. She's not, dude.
She's
She's
good.
hardcore, dude.
She's
Dude,
good.
the fact that she's doing a 3 day show at every single city that she goes to, it's fucking
She
wild, dude.
because this is a girl who's appreciative of her fan base.
Yeah.
She she's Taylor Jericho
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
because Jericho will literally play a Fozzy gig and then in between uh fucking um AEW shows.
Hmm.
If there's fucking uh Dynamite on Wednesday, he'll do a Fozzy gig on Thursday and then fucking I mean well
Don't they also
tech
usually like go along the same route? Essentially, they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna like, oh yeah, we're gonna be here this day, this and this day. So we'll do the same fucking concert at this state, this state, and this state, same places we're going with the show. So that way they don't have to worry about traveling to different places.
for the most part, yeah. As long as that schedule fits,
Mm-hmm.
because like there are times where he'll literally go out of the way, fly cross country to perform Fozzy, be fully in Jericho, the performer, the artist, the musician thing, but then fly 20 hours later to go some backwoods fucking band and be Chris Jericho, the Ultra Heel.
Mm-hmm.
Because like even so I saw Fozzy in April last year, right for their gold record,
Mm-hmm.
and at that point I forget who he was feuding with in AEW, but like you had Chris Jericho, the musician who loved his fan base, loved everyone there, the ultra nice guy, babyface performer.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like the next Wednesday on Dynamite, he was such a dick.
Yeah. That's how you know they're a consummate performer, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the show was actually like it was absolutely fantastic. I was like, okay, I'm glad I got paid to be there.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, I had a really good time. It was really really good. Am I surprised? Not really. Especially the fact that like there were 75,000 people there. It still boggles my fucking mind that we had so many people there. But it's definitely worth it. Like, okay, I see why you guys shell out lots of money for it. Granted, they weren't as expensive as Taylor Swift tickets because, of course, those were just ridiculous. Like the floor where I was working, it was like about $200 for per ticket, and it was standing room only, which was pretty insane that you're paying $200 just to stand.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't bad. It was pretty damn good actually. I was very happy that I got to see the show, even though I wasn't supposed to be watching the show. But if I'm watching the crowd, I always just look over to the one side and like, oh yeah, look, it's over there. I see it. Then you see Ed Sheeran running around the stage because when he was up on stage, the stage was going around in circles.
No shit.
Yeah, so like it would constantly keep going as he's on it. So basically, everybody gets to see him actually performing at the same time, and he doesn't necessarily have to run around the entire time. But he stands there and like he'll be with the guitar and he'll have the loop pedal and everything. He'll be performing everything there, and they'll just keep going around and around and around and around and around, which is fucking genius. Like, that's smart as hell. But yeah, like I said, it was a fun show. Good shit. Definitely suggest everybody check him out. Um, if you haven't, obviously he has like a bazillion fucking fans. But who knows? Who knows? You might not have watched him or heard of him yet, so he's
And
definitely
I'm
worth it.
and I'm so happy he won his fucking court case.
Oh yeah, because if he didn't, he would the show wouldn't the concert wouldn't have happened if he didn't.
He literally said, "I'm gonna quit."
Yeah, because
Um,
the fact that there are only so many chords and like, what do you expect?
I mean, there's a video online. It's probably like a decade old now, but like if you go back online and watch this thing, it's like all the songs that use the same chords,
Because they're
and
only
they're
7 chords, dude.
exactly. So like,
Songs are
I
gonna
mean,
sound like other songs.
it's gonna be. I mean, it can't all be the thing about George Harrison's track, which is on the Guardians One soundtrack. But there's a George Harrison track which um literally ripped off another song.
Yeah,
It's the same melody with different lyrics.
and if you
But
think about it, like a lot of music has been around for fucking ages, dude. So like,
but
you really
yeah,
think
but
there's gonna be an original riff?
right, there's
No.
gonna be all of a sudden there's that eighth chord. No.
Yeah. No.
And like dude literally played
Yeah.
thinking out loud in like in the courtroom and showed that look, yeah, they may sound similar, but they really don't.
Yeah. He said, look, I made this myself right now, right in front of you.
Right. I wrote this.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good show. Definitely, if you have the money for it, go check it out. It's worth it. He's coming to your town eventually, probably sometime soon. Who knows? I don't know exactly
He,
his tour
he
schedule, but it's worth it.
he's definitely on my list of performers to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean,
Um, but yeah, good
his
shit.
his music's just insanely good.
Yeah, insanely good. Yeah. So I guess it's time to get into some geek shit.
All
Uh,
right, we have geek shit.
yeah, we do have geek shit, and we're not just geeking out at just about the stuff that we've just recently been watching. Um, but I guess let's start off something different because I know I have a few things in the notes already, but there were a couple things that even though I did touch on it in the notes, I didn't actually put the main thing that has to do with this fucking thing And that's the trailer to Mortal Kombat 1. Have you seen the trailer for Mortal Kombat 1, Brian?
No, I've seen things about it, but I don't understand the hype.
Okay, let's watch the trailer for Mortal Kombat 1.
It is time. Time to wake up to a new reality. To a blank canvas that I have painted in with warmth and peace. In my new era, the choice is yours. Whether to live in quiet serenity or bloody strife. To dwell in joyous prosperity or bitter rivalry. You can face each other as sworn enemies or united as brothers. But a storm is brewing, and soon you will discover that even in this new era, one constant remains. There is always something worth fighting for. You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
So, is it like a reboot to the original game? Is it a series?
It's a reboot to the story of Mortal Kombat because essentially in the last one, um, they reset everything.
Just like, oh, hey, Mortal Kombat. Oh, let's bring Spawn in for no reason.
Right. It was because those were just like downloadable characters or whatever, or just like random characters that you just fuck around with.
So, this is going to be a true tournament of Test Your Might?
Um, yeah. Essentially, it goes back to the original story, but in redoing it in a way. Because, like I said,
Okay.
it was the story was reset in the last movie in the last game. So like Mortal Kombat 11, they reset everything.
I
Kind
have
of like
not played,
yeah,
but I honestly haven't played a Mortal Kombat game since 3.
right. That's understandable.
So, because I was also like, and I also haven't played these in a while, but MK was good, but I'm more of a Street Fighter guy.
Of course, that's totally understandable, dude.
I mean, I get where MK was coming from,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll never forget Shao Kahn pointing at me, telling me, "You suck." Meanwhile, I'm behind him, whooping his ass in 2. Um, but Street Fighter has always been my game. In fact,
That's understandable.
to the point where I still remember my wedding day. My best man was playing Street Fighter, old school Street Fighter Classic on the on the PlayStation, like the downloadable one.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember him mid match having a perfect fucking round. I tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, John. He's like, what? I'm like, we need to go back to my apartment. He's like, why? The rings are there.
Hmm.
You know, the night before, Megan and I did the checklist of, do you have this? Do you have this? Yes.
And you forgot the most important piece.
The fucking rings. So, yeah, that's right. Okay. I don't know how I feel yet. And, I mean, the movie was good, but it was not great. I mean, but not expecting a great movie because it's fucking wrong.
Right, yeah.
And I'm sort of not at the same time excited for part 2.
That's fair. That's fair. It's understandable.
I mean, yeah, we had Mortal Kombat in 1993, but then we had Annihilation in 97.
But Annihilation was complete an annihilation. It was absolute garbage.
I know. I worked for the theater at the time and did not pay for tickets.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful I worked for the theater and did not pay for tickets. I still remember going out on a date with my high school friend, right? We're like, you know, we're friends now. Like, she's married with 3 kids. But like, we went on a date to the movie with her brother and his girlfriend to go see Annihilation, and I still remember going like, I hope this is good. And no. It was.
It's understandable.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. But before we get into the movie, to continue with the Mortal Kombat game, they do have they announced, well, they kind of leaked the fact that they have some more playable characters other than the ones that we already know within the game. Homelander is going to be one of the characters, Peacemaker, Omni-Man, and they just confirmed that we're going to get Jean-Claude Van Damme's skin as for Johnny Cage.
But why do we need these characters in Mortal Kombat?
Why not?
No.
Why
you
not?
reboot? No, because hey, Mortal Kombat 11. Hey, sure, let's have Spawn and random other fucking characters there.
But so did the others. The ones before that had the same thing too. The last 3 of them had the same thing.
But I say no, because if this game's supposed to be a fucking reboot, a reboot is not adding characters that nobody gives 2 shits about in Mortal Kombat.
Well, there were a lot of characters you didn't give a shit about within Mortal Kombat either.
But that's the point. Mortal Kombat had like 8 fucking characters.
The original, yes.
Yes, we had what? Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya, Johnny Cage,
Liu Kang,
Kung Lao. Yeah. Well, no, Kung Lao was part 2.
Okay, sorry.
Reptile, if you got lucky.
See, but what I loved about the Mortal Kombat games was the fact that like it was one of the few games, especially back then, that actually had blood and gore within it.
Well, depending if you had Sega or
I had Sega.
Nintendo. I had Super Nintendo. We had to get the fucking blood code.
Yeah, fuck that. I had the one that you actually saw blood. I was like, yes, the way it's supposed to be.
But the point is, you reboot a game to have X amount of characters. Don't bring in Omni-Man and fucking, you know, whoever you can bring in. I don't care if you bring in Omni-Man or fucking Weird Al Yankovic. It's Mortal Kombat.
You could kill somebody with an accordion.
He can. He crushed them literally, but also like it's a reboot, so you don't need to have. I mean, you might as well have a fucking third party, a third party fucking like, you know, creator on your old school fucking Windows computer.
You can.
I mean, Mortal Kombat's trying to reboot, sure, but are they really trying to reboot? Or are they just trying to fucking a modern day console ready version of fucking Mugen from back in the day? You remember Mugen?
No, I do not remember Mugen.
Mugen, Mugen, was literally a do-it-yourself fucking fight system. You could have Dan from Street Fighter fight Liu Kang.
That actually sounds pretty fun.
But like, it was already done. You don't need. All right, I'm gonna stop this rant because this will be a 3-hour show. Next topic.
Oh, it's so funny. So funny. I guess we're gonna continue with Mortal Kombat, not the game, obviously, but we're gonna go with Mortal Kombat 2 that's gonna be coming out. Obviously, kind of like, fuck this shit. But Mortal Kombat, the sequel, it's coming soon, and they cast as Jade, who is very similar to Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They cast Tati Gabrielle, who was in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Really good actress. So she's gonna be in this new movie, which should be pretty cool. I like you didn't like it. I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool for what it was.
I'll still watch it.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Just, I mean, I swear, if this fucking Mortal Kombat 2 has like Michael J. White as Spawn again, I'm gonna mark out, but also go fuck you at the same time.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. See, the thing is, like, I like to see the good in all this shit. Like, whether it be garbage, unless it's like absolute dog shit. Like, there's some redeemable characteristics to these things. And I'm like, okay,
I do not want a round 2 of Michael J. White Spawn versus Martin Sheen.
Oh, that'd be fantastic, dude.
I mean, yes, it would be, but like at the same point, no, it's been done.
It hasn't been done enough. And then I guess some other cringeworthy thing, something that I'm like, why? You also when I sent you the notes, you're like, why is this a thing? Jackie Chan, we love Jackie Chan, but we did not love Jackie Chan in the reboot of The Karate Kid.
I'd much rather him be a character in
Mortal Kombat. That'd be fucking fantastic, dude.
Sure, Jackie Chan is fucking Shao Kahn.
Fuck yeah, dude! I'm down for it, dude.
I mean, put shitty fucking plastic arms on him, make him fucking Goro. I don't care. Leave Karate Kid alone. And no, we're not talking about Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is canon. This movie is not.
Yeah.
I will get. This will be a whole podcast of why Cobra Kai is fucking golden. But I don't care. I'm tired. This is bullshit. I do not want Jackie Chan as Miyagi. And I don't want fucking. Well, I mean, if you're gonna have Jaden Smith smack somebody, Miyagi should be played by Will.
That'd be pretty hilarious. That'd be pretty funny.
Will Smith apparently knows how to throw a punch.
Apparently. Allegedly. But who knows what they're gonna plan? Who knows what they're gonna do with it? It could just be, for all we know, or even though they are saying that, it may be another reboot coming or something, or he's in talks and playing Mr. Miyagi.
No. Okay, Jackie, we love you. You're a legend. Do you need money that bad, bro?
I don't think it's that he needs the money. I think the nostalgia of it is what some people want to see him actually doing it again.
I
Especially since we can't have Pat Morita anymore.
obviously. Well, I mean, with AI right now, you probably
Well,
can.
yeah.
I mean, fuck, we have Pat Morita in his fucking 20s singing lullabies for all we know.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I was scrolling through Twitter earlier and I found what was it? Frank Sinatra singing Little John. Fucking hilarious, dude.
One of my favorite Little John tracks is
Yeah.
read a book.
Yeah.
Read a book, read a book, read a motherfucker.
Nah, he was singing From the Window to the Walls.
That's great.
It was fucking fantastic. I'll send it to you whenever I just find it again.
Things I'd rather see Jackie Chan in. We'll say
Just
sequel.
another action flick that isn't that isn't fucking Karate Kid. I get it.
No, but I have I have a title at least for one.
Okay.
The title for this, for the sequel to Who Am I? The title for part 2 would be I Know Who I Am.
Okay.
Now, I don't have titles yet for these, but he had Rumble in the Bronx. You have
Which
four
was
other
filmed in like New Zealand and not in fucking the Bronx.
right, but you have 4 other boroughs to not film in. Rumble in Staten Island.
Or it could be actually Rumble in the Bronx, actually filmed in the Bronx.
But I mean, come on, a Rumble Astoria.
Yeah.
Basically hipsters the entire time.
Yeah.
Let's see. One more.
Rumble in Staten Island actually fighting the Wu-Tang. Fucking fantastic. Sold. I'm done.
I'm done. Let's see. One more.
You best protect
Wow.
your neck.
That's the fucking working title right there.
Yeah. Fucking fantastic,
let's see.
dude.
Let's see. Jackie Chan. Let's see. Ooh. What if we did a collab? Jackie Chan joins Pixar. Police Toy Story. No?
Okay.
You don't like Police Toy Story?
Uh,
Let's see. I know I'm going to win you with one of them. I have to. This is asshole's filmography.
Drunken Master Chef.
That'd be on Food Network right there.
Yeah, dude. That'd be great. Drunken Master. I would love to see that, dude. No.
He's done so many fucking films.
Yeah. And some of them have been okay, other than them not so much. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Brian. It's okay.
He had a movie in '85 called Twinkle Twinkle Lucky Stars. What if he did the sequel? I mean, you could literally say Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but that'd be the prequel. The sequel to Twinkle Twinkle Lucky Stars would be How I Wonder Where You Are.
Wow. Or it'd be Twinkle Twinkle, I Think I Peed.
Oh.
Because he's that old, yeah.
Yeah.
It only makes sense now.
Um,
Yeah. Something. Speaking of something else that's pretty damn old.
Heart of Dragon. Let's do Heart of Dragon Ball Z.
Eek.
All
Eek.
right. Anyway, let's moving forward because we can do this all day.
Yeah. We could strike out all night for.
Oh,
um. But yeah,
face it,
speaking.
face.
Speaking.
I'm sorry, face it. You missed me having.
I did. I
You
did.
missed
I
me on
did.
the
I
show.
did. I did. I did.
Uh,
I did. And like I said, speaking of getting old, um, we know that Beetlejuice 2 is happening. And we spoke about it slightly last week, but we just got recent, not just news, but recent pictures of Winona Ryder joining the cast of Beetlejuice 2 as Linda Dietz again.
she's back
She's
the-
back.
with the '80s hair,
Yeah.
and
It's fucking
like
fantastic.
I'm against this, but for it at the same time. I like that we're getting her, Catherine O'Hara, back as mother and daughter Dietz.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're going to write out the story of Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis. Because, I mean, you can't just be like, oh, yeah, they crossed over. They were a pivotal part of the film.
They were, but they're bringing other people into this as well.
And I wonder who else from previous films you're getting back. Where you can't bring back the dude with the hair. He was in Demolition Man because he died.
It doesn't matter because we're getting Jenna Ortega's going to be there, and the most importantly, William the fucking Defoe. We don't need to see anybody else. I'm good.
But what the foe is he gonna play?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, and also somebody posted this recently, and I thought this tracks. They lost out, or they missed the opportunity on the title for the film.
Which is
Beetlejuice.
yeah.
What are you gonna go? Beetlejuice 2, The Return of the Dietz? I mean, like,
I wouldn't go that
Eh.
far. I wouldn't go that far. Just
you call it
Beetlejuice
what?
2. Just Beetlejuice 2.
Do you call it Beetlegeist?
No.
But
We
no,
just call it that guy with the stripes. The guy with the stripes and fucked up teeth. There we go. That's the title.
Beetlejuice with the catchphrase. How far would you go to get it?
Wow.
Oh wait, that was used before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, apparently the screenplay was titled Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
why?
I don't know, but that's what it was titled. Doesn't even mean that that's what that's what the screenplay was titled. Doesn't mean that that's what they're actually going to be calling the movie. But that'd be fucking weird if they did call it that. I'm just good with Beetlejuice too.
It should have been called Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And do a third one, Beetlejuice, and
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
it's because I'm older than you.
It could be.
Could be.
Could be the old age is kicking you in the face.
Probably.
It's fair.
So before we get into the next topic, so I'll shout them out because I love them. But two of my friends got engaged recently.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So Emily and Brandon. Finally, it's about fucking time, asshole. She's great. So her fiance Brandon is somebody like we're like, yo, you like pizza? Yeah. One of those type. We're like, you just become friends immediately.
Mm-hmm.
This is like fucking almost 10 years ago now at this point. But
Okay.
so they posted their engagement recently, and even Megan was like, "Wait, they weren't engaged before?" I'm like, "No, they were just that."
They were just a thing
They
before.
were just that, yeah. So now I find it funny because he's Brandon, and the whole "Let's go Brandon" thing.
Oh
With,
yeah.
but what's great is that this guy is fully on board with Biden and Democratic and
He's just the
so
complete opposite, which is what I get.
yeah. So I wrote a thing to her in regards to congratulating them, and I thought this was funny. I'll read it out. So I wrote this saying, I was like, should I get on him or yeah, I'll get on him. In other words, it's about fucking time, right? Then I was like, give that asshole a message for me, and the message reads, "Let's go, Brandon," with the caption that says, "That hasn't been used before, right?"
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I
It's
thought
pretty
it was
funny.
fun, considering how I know these people, and then I did my real like congrats on them, but it's like I was like, "Oh, let's go, Brandon," but at the same point, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the geek shit. This is just my
Back to the
comedic
geek shit.
intervention. Yes,
That's
back
fair.
to the
That's
geek
fair.
shit.
That's fair.
Yeah,
And then we slightly mentioned Deadpool 3 earlier, slightly for like a quick second.
for a second.
But Deadpool 3 is coming, obviously. We mentioned it, and we got some news that Deadpool 3 is definitely for sure getting the return of the Negasonic Teenage Warhead, which is
Eh,
fucking awesome.
but also, hi Yukio.
That'd be amazing. It's gonna be fun, dude. I'm excited.
She's
We've
coming back.
obviously we've been excited for this for quite some time.
But like, so we're getting bearded. We're getting bearded Logan.
Yep.
We're getting Yukio. We're getting
Mhm.
Colossus. We're getting Negasonic Teenage Warhead. We're getting back fucking. What the fuck was his name? The what? No powers whatsoever.
Oh yeah. I don't remember his name either, but I know who you're talking about.
We're getting him back. We're getting
Yep.
Blind Owl is back. We're getting
Mm-hmm.
fucking Dopinder back.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, bro, this is gonna feel like it never left Fox,
Yeah.
but with Disney money. So Deadpool can have guns, which he won't
Mhm.
leave in a cab.
Yep. It's
I mean,
gonna be
face
pretty
it.
easy.
And so one of the greatest things I saw recently, I text you this, but a couple of weeks back, Tamashi Stations had a pop-up event in Grand Central Station,
Mm-hmm.
which included some toys. Which, as you guys know, I'm a toy guy.
What?
Despite
Would have never known.
I'm gonna create a channel, might have followers. I don't know.
What?
But I'm thinking about it now. Let's go back to April. Was it early May? So at Grand Central, right, it was GST. I want to put this out. Hey, look, I'm on camera. This got released.
Ooh. Okay.
So the original version of this figure had slots for guns.
Mm-hmm.
But because, hey, we got to keep shit fucking PG, guns never happened.
Of course not. Why would they?
And so, therefore, other companies, third-party people, created holsters and guns for the original SH Figure Arts Deadpool,
Nice.
which I bought, and it's a great piece. And I bought the third party, which work for things. So, so to cue back into talking about Deadpool 3, when toys come out, Deadpool can actually have guns.
Yeah. We can hope so, at least.
We can hope so.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool that like we got back primarily everybody.
Yeah.
I know that chick playing Vanessa was talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and we know that she lives because Deadpool corrected time.
Yeah.
And properly launched a cream cheese knife. But you know, I'm also wondering what the effects are going to look like on him. I wonder what little subtle change they're going to do to Reed.
I don't think they'll change anything. I don't think so.
It's Fox money versus Disney money.
Yeah, but why change it that much? Just leave it as is. Just do everything else that needs changes to make it work that way.
And I wonder who his sidekick's going to be, because Weasel's clearly not going to be back in this movie.
Right.
But then again, you don't know.
Exactly.
Because, hey, look, The Rock showed up in Fast X.
Yeah.
He and Vin Diesel hated each other.
Yeah. Allegedly. It could have just all been a work. It could have all just been a work.
Who has the most muscle?
Yeah.
And then fucking, I mean, shit. I mean, it's a spoiler to me. It's going to be a spoiler to everybody. But Gal Gadot is back. Her character literally died in the fucking 6th movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's no dying in the Fast and the Furious. It's all family.
Family.
All the family. Yeah. But yeah, Deadpool's gonna be awesome. Even though we still have high hopes for it, it could still be fucking dog shit. But it looks fun. I'm excited for it. Something else that looks pretty fucking fun. Even though I never got I never understood the craze for this game. I'm talking about wow, look at that. The Five Nights at Freddy's. I never really gave a fuck about the actual game because I never really understood it. But like I am into the horror shit, and this falls along with the horror stuff. And then previously I had seen the Banana Splits movie, which I spoke about at nauseum when it first came out. Right. Because I loved it. That shit is amazing. They should do something. If they were to do something, this is what it should be. And we mentioned it a couple weeks ago that they were doing a movie for Five Nights at Freddy's. And we finally got a trailer for it, and it doesn't look that bad. Essentially, it still kind of brings me the thought that why didn't they just do the Banana Splits movie as that previously? But whatever. We got the trailer for it, and like I said, it looks pretty cool. So let's watch it.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life. Hit it, guys. If you're watching this video, it means you've been selected as Freddy's newest security guard.
Hello?
We're going to have so much fun together.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little teaser.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate it either. Like I said, I still much rather prefer the Banana Smiths movie because it's mostly in a very well lit. Everything is pretty much well lit and not in the dark.
Yeah.
Which is what I loved about that one. That everything you can see clearly. But this looks pretty cool. It has potential. Cool thing, Matthew Lillard is in it. I'm totally down for it.
I would literally watch him in anything.
Yeah. And allegedly he's the person that runs the whole place. So he knows these motherfuckers are coming in to work there. So could be interesting. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it. But yeah, that about wraps it up for this week. We got anything else to add, Brian?
No, I'm good.
All right. So that about wraps up. Like I said, make sure you go check out everything on InnerCityGeeks.net. Of course, is this show. We also have Bright Street Presents. We also have the Suplex City Geeks, where we talk about wrestling and stuff. Then we also have Comics Con Sabor, Manga Time, and Anime World. Mario has been putting out these fucking episodes a lot. He's been doing a lot of them because he's like, yo, like, I got time, and he's been doing them. He's literally been putting up like 3 a week, essentially, one of each. And I give him props for it. He's been doing good shit. So make sure you check all them shits out over there. And so much other random shit over there. There are links to places. Go check out the links to the places. And then you could find the show. You can listen to us on SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcast, and on motherfucking Spotify. Then you can find us on the socials on Facespace.com/InnerCityGeeks, Instagram at InnerCityGeeks, Twitter InnerCityGeeks, and where can we find you, Senor Bry?
You can find me in a very clear place.
Okay.
You can find me on all the socials. Check me out, obviously, Bright2J Presents on Instagram, Bright2J. You can check out Bright2J Presents, the YouTube channel, which right now is basically reruns.
It's in syndication.
I'm syndic. Where Dashboard Confessional had vindicated, I'm syndicated.
Yeah.
So check me out there. Just check in, say hi. I'll reply because right now I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm back,
You're in a good
bro.
place. You're in a good place.
Bright2J is back, baby.
Hell yeah. Welcome back, senor. You guys can find me on the Twitter and Instagrams at Mr. Jackal, MasterJackal.
Wow, I wasn't done, but you just cut
Oh,
me
I'm
off.
sorry. Continue. Where were you?
Well, fuck you then. I quit.
Yeah.
Bright2J's gone, baby. Check, follow Steve and all that bullshit, but also like know that stuff is coming.
Yes.
Stuff is coming. The kids' book is coming.
Yeah.
Blogs are coming.
Yeah.
Toy reviews are coming back.
Just like Veer, he's coming too.
I am back.
Nice.
And by me being back, I'm not saying I'm back and then disappeared for a while. I'm fucking back.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Now, follow this piece of shit. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. Follow this piece of shit. So we can literally play the Backstreet Beats, the Backstreet Boys song. Backstreet back. All right.
all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Larger than life, baby. Larger than life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which,
All right,
for whatever
senors.
reason, had zombies in the video.
And that's perfectly fine because zombies are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know if you didn't like it, if you gave a shit about it. We appreciate it regardless. Appreciate you. Thank you again. And don't be a dick. But always remember that the geeks shall inherit the earth.